All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this new and amazing episode of the Reality Kenya. My name is Simi Kenya. Of course, as usual, you know when we hit your screens, we come with the best news and the best discussions that concern the state of our nation with our usual guest, the Deputy Party Leader from the Landed Corner. This is Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno, the Deputy Party Leader of Safina Party. Piki Ponki.
Pakamilo disco.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
You looking good?
I'm good. Despite
the
the challenges of Zakayo and his people, who now decided they want to engage with some fake Kenyan who are sending them fake things to spy on people's phones.
Yes.
No, they've lost 120 million Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
Or were exposed to lose 120 million Kenya shillings. And despite whatever they're going to say to try to turn this around, what Kenyans should condemn is the intent. The intent, what was the intention?
Yeah, sure.
It was an evil intent that you want to get some software to try to manipulate people's thinking.
Yeah.
And to, in equal measure, to snoop onto the phones of certain political leaders, including and journalists. Too good for them. They keep fighting between themselves.
The people are awake.
The people are awake. And when you see two evil people fighting, you just cheer on the sidelines. But it is an abrogation of a right in the Constitution, the right to freedom of expression, political rights, and the right to believe, and to consciousness. And the fact that somebody holds a contrary political view from you does not mean that they are an enemy. That is the beauty of democracy. People must hold contrary views. And one thing also I want us to note is that some people keep asking me that maybe Zakayo is strong, Zakayo may not be defeated. Zakayo is at his weakest.
Are you sure? Because
let's look at the pillars of Zakayo. Pillar number one of Zakayo were the people. And right now, the people have left Zakayo, starting with the people from the mountain region. And across the board, not just the mountaineers. But when it became to power, it was mountain and Rift Valley. The mountain has left. In fact, if you were seen there negotiating with Zakayo, you are out. The Rift Valley, they are not even enthusiastic about Zakayo. They are very disheartened by Zakayo. So which other place does he have? The only place that he may still get some audience is in Luo Nyanza. And I urge the people of the Nyanza region not to give Zakayo audience. Because when the rest of the country is rejecting this bad governance, it behooves the people from the Lake region not to be left behind and to continue supporting a regime that has failed. They must also withdraw their support, and those who are still supporting, because also no majority, many of them are not supporting Zakayo. And they should not give him any warmth. See, now he's planning so many meetings in the Lake region because he can't get warmth anywhere else. He can't go to the mountain, he can't go to Rift Valley, he can't go to the coast, but he wants to go to Nyanza region all the time. He's planned now almost 3 meetings in the coming 3 months. And they should not give him that warmth. Okay? The people of Nyanza should not be left behind when the rest of the country is agitating for a more progressive society. If anything, the Lakesiders have been known to be a very progressive lot. And they've played a very key role in terms of shaping the democratic developments in this nation. Pillar number 2 of Zakayo was Parliament. Parliament was cancelled by the people. These MPs cannot go to the ground to talk Zakayo language anymore. They've been cancelled. 25th of June was their day with destiny. They are no longer representing the interest of the people, and the people will not listen to them. Pillar number 3 was Meg Whitman, the American ambassador. She's out. The former American ambassador. She's out. She's left the country. He's the one who took Zakayo to sit on Biden's chair. They are both out. The bad omen of Zakayo. So they are both out. So pillar number 4 that he had was money. And he was hoping to make money. They were hoping to make money through the Adani deals. Adani also has collapsed. So which other pillar does he have remaining that somebody tells you that Zakayo is unbeatable?
What about the church?
The church has also left. That was the other pillar. Let's call it pillar number 5. Pillar number 5, which was the church, has also abandoned him. We've even seen for the first time Macorino members calling a press conference to condemn the bad governance in the country. It's never happened before. And we saw the Catholic Church led the onslaught, the Anglicans supported, the Pentecostals came in, NCCK came in. And they're not saying we're rejecting Zakayo as a person. We are rejecting the bad policies of Zakayo. So Zakayo does not have any more pillar that you can talk about. So the people of Kenya should not worry about him. He's very weak. He's surviving on Raila Odinga as the only pillar. And even that pillar, I don't know for how long Raila will be forced to continue carrying this baggage of Zakayo. Because he must also attune his politics to the interest of the people. And we don't know how long he's going to carry this baggage. Because every year, every day, it's more pain, more pain. They keep increasing your taxes, they keep coming up with policies that give you pain and more pain. That cannot work. And that is going to come to an end. So anybody in the political discourse that wants a better Kenya, don't tell your colleague that, oh, Zakayo will steal, he will rig elections.
That he has never lost. He has
never lost
any election.
He is going to lose. We must encourage each other that he's going to lose an election when it is called. When it is called, he will lose. So our focus should not even be Zakayo. Zakayo we are done with. He is cancelled by the people, just like parliamentarians. Our focus should be on the type of leadership that we want. Beyond Zakayo, what do we need in Kenya? Do we need somebody who understands the problem of the country? And as a Safina Part will say, the problem of the country is the economy. And the number one problem in that economy is debt. We need somebody with the courage to say, I'm not paying all your debt. And going after the people who have taken this odious debt. And give the people of Kenya a relief when that is done. And it is not bad for many Kenyans to express interest to vie for this office. As I've seen many people now declaring. That is the beauty of democracy. We allow them to contest and we interrogate the ideas and let the best idea to win. We must all only remain focused that the number one enemy to be removed from office is Zakayo. Fellow competitors are not your enemies. Okay? Because they are all fighting towards removing this common enemy, who is Zakayo. So amongst the competition, people share ideas, people compete on ideas. Who has the best idea and let the best man win, and we shake hands because we are doing this for the betterment of the country, not for individuals, aggrandizement.
And do you think Safina Party led by party leader Jimmy Wanjigi and yourself are ready for the
battle? We are ready for the battle. We set the ground ready. And when the time comes, we launch our campaigns and show the people of Kenya what it is that we stand for. The kind of leadership that we desire for this nation. And Kenyans will ask us questions, they'll interrogate us, they'll throw stones, some will throw flowers, some will throw love, and we'll receive all of that in equal measure. And the beauty of a democracy is at the end of the contest, we will shake hands with our competitors and they will congratulate us for winning.
And we saw in Parliament the other day when the Adani deal was crumbled, and we saw Honorable Junet Mohamed was defending the deal, saying that now that Kenyans didn't want the deal, Kenyans should have given them options and not just rejecting the bill and not giving options. That didn't go well with Kenyans because they thought he was supporting that deal, and that it's
these people should not try to make it appear like Adani is the only entity that can build airports in this country or in the world. We have more than 1,000 airports in the world. Adani didn't build even 1% of them. So what is this obsession with Adani? And that is one. Number two, Kenyans can build that airport by themselves. There are other funding models, the financing models that can be used to build an airport. And when Kibaki was president, Raila was prime minister, the cabinet came up with a policy, what is called the passenger levy, which is charged on your airport ticket, the airline ticket, every time you go to the airport. You pay it. As of 2022, the passenger levy had collected 42 billion.
In 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time, it had collected 42 billion. With that passenger levy, we can use that as a basis to build an airport. You can even leverage it and get soft loans. Get a private an entity that has built an airport elsewhere. And we pay for it with our own money. That is one model. Passenger levy to build that airport. Model number two, we can float an IPO. Go to the Nairobi Stock Exchange. Float an IPO, invite Kenyans and any international partner to buy shares on that project. That's a model that's available. People will buy. Model number 3, we can even decide that we're doing a bonds issue.
Yes.
Ethiopians have built their big, that large dam project using a bonds issue.
Yeah.
Ethiopians are buying even 20 shillings, 30 shillings, putting together to build that dam that is going to be a very big dam in Africa.
Yes.
So even as we can do the same here, do a bonds issue, people to buy on airport. So there is nothing like without Adani, the airport can never be built. If anything, there was already a contract on site at the time when Adani was being brought.
Oh.
And they negotiated with that contractor and settled a dispute for having illegally cancelled the contract.
Yes.
The airport was going to be built, a modern greenfield airport, without Adani's involvement.
Yes.
And the financing of it was a soft loan, and you had passenger levy that was going to pay, which we are still paying for even today. So they should be telling us how much is the passenger levy, how much has it collected until today. So you tell us, start on the table, we have this much.
Yes.
We need this much to build. We need this much to build.
Yes.
Because the passenger levy is still being collected. So this obsession with Adani just gives a feeling that maybe somebody had a personal interest or a personal gain in it.
Yes.
Because we have workable models that can be used to build that airport without involving Adani.
Yeah.
Even if they don't want that, they could even have done that public procurement.
Yes.
Invite open tendering system. Let people bid.
Yeah.
Let people who have built airports across the globe to come and build.
Which is the most common.
And the best person to win. But my preferred model, give Kenyans an opportunity to own that airport.
Yes.
Float an IPO or read a bonds issue. Let Kenyans buy it, they get dividends once the airport is fully operational.
Yeah.
That is how Kenyans will come to own some of these assets.
Yeah.
But then they prefer to give it to some Indians in India who are even accused of corruption in the US.
Yes.
Why do they want to bring Indian corruption into Kenya?
Yeah.
Kenyans, we believe in empowering our people. That is what Safina Party believes.
Yeah.
We do things that are aimed at empowering. Value add.
Yeah.
Add value to the lives of your people over foreigners. To them, they prefer to add value to the lives of foreigners. And them, an individual, themselves are the ones who benefit. No, we reject that.
You reject that.
And they should go and cry their tears. And one thing you must also note. You know, when William Ruto cancelled the Adani deals, people don't seem to understand why he cancelled Adani's contract. You know, in the US, Adani was indicted, not for bribing US officials, not for any contract that Adani was doing in the US. Kenyans need to understand that Adani was indicted in the US for allegedly bribing foreign officials, people in other countries like Kenya, for example, to bribe them to give them contracts. Then once they secure those contracts, they leverage with the contracts they have to go and look for venture capital in the US to encourage US investors. See, we have this big portfolio. Now you can invest your money in our entity. So they were getting American money using a leverage from contracts procured through corruption. That is why they indicted. So, in the fullness of time, if it was going to be shown that Adani also has contracts in Kenya, they will be asked, okay, let's see the contracts in Kenya. When was it signed? Okay. They will follow the paper trail. Was there any bribery of a Kenyan official? For example, did you use this jet that Ruto used to America? Was it a Adani jet? And if it was,
that's corruption.
That's corruption.
That's bribery.
That is bribery right there.
Yes.
Because you are giving the president of a country a private jet. So you signed a contract with that same country. You get?
Yes.
Those are the kind of things that are going to be looked into. The nature of Adani's engagements with people in Kenya. And William Ruto was running from that scrutiny. And in the fullness of time, we are going to see.
Yes. Not that Adani had a project in the US.
No. It is contracts like the ones that he was going to get in Kenya.
Yes.
That was going to be scrutinized by the US to say, okay, this one, you got this contract, but we can see here you are giving money to officials in that country. You are bribing them. Also, you want to get our money as Americans through corruptly induced contracts. That was the main issue. And Kenyans need to understand that.
And that is the kind of a guy that the president had told us that was going to handle our contract, our airport for the next 30 years.
That's the money was given our airport for the next 30 years. Has been given park projects all over here worth almost 100 billion Kenyan shillings. He's having his subsidiaries in our healthcare system.
Yeah.
You don't know what was going to come next. Maybe Adani was going to sell us our oxygen. The rate at which you are seeing the reaction
Yes.
from the politicals who are not happy.
Yes.
Yeah, they are better than the American New York court that has indicted it. They are better than the Department of Justice. Okay, fine.
Wow.
Same constituent country that DPP is known for only withdrawing corruption charges.
Yes.
Not filing any fresh cases, not successfully prosecuting.
Yeah.
Now you want to compare it with the DOJ. And one thing I must tell our viewers,
yes,
you know, when in America on white collar crime, by the time they file and seek for an indictment of a person,
like the one for
Adani, the evidence is glaring. On white collar crime, they rarely miss the target.
Yes.
Because they've done their research, they've done their investigations, they've put together all the pieces.
Yes.
The evidence has been taken through several layers of lawyers to look and confirm if this can support a conviction.
Yes.
So what Adani should be doing in America today is to ask for a plea bargain. Because those people don't take cases in court that you are going to chance.
Yes.
It may go this way or this way.
And then they might lose.
No. By the time they indict you on a white collar crime like this one, the evidence is overwhelming. What you should be asking is plea bargain. That instead of giving me 50 years, you can give me 20.
But I have agreed.
But the evidence is right here. Because if you go through a full trial,
yes,
it is 50 years. Maybe if I plea bargain, I may get 15.
Yes.
With an option of parole if I'm of good behavior.
Yes.
Before serving the full time. So, Adani and Kenya is done.
Majority of Kenyans are also saying that Ruto might rebargain that deal with Adani and come up with another deal.
No. You see, once Adani is touched,
yes,
it will be plus subsidiaries. Adani and Kenya is done.
Yeah.
And those who are crying here in Kenya, too bad.
Yeah.
That game is over. Let them go and look for another game.
Yes. I want you to talk to Team Piki Piki Ponki.
Team Pokonki, we
Yes.
stay strong. The channel is where we get our civic education and we share our ideas, share our comments to make Kenya a better country. Team Piki Piki Ponki is strong.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And have a blessed day, a blessed week. And to all our viewers and Team Piki Piki Ponki, those who watch Reality Kenya every week, we say a big thank you. Thank you so much for the growth. And we say every time we hit your screens, we'll always give you the best as usual. Everybody who is not here yet, make sure you subscribe, follow us. And of course, until next time, my name is Simi Kenya. Bye-bye.